with the Indianapolis Colts. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant. 50 wants the mic.
Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the gun, it's Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Sammy Watkins, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and through. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Check, check. Watch the before. Watch the before. Watch the backer. Watch the backer. Switch, switch, switch.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And the Colts first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Out, 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 out. Check. Switch.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
From the 27, Brissett. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Let's go. Hey, hold on. Right 54. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Brissett. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Ski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked out right there at the 20-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Here we go. Watch seven. Watch seven. Watch seven. And come on out here. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want us. Mike's 59.
From the gun, here's Brissett. And he connects with Ebron. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
17 yards. First down, Colts.
Ready? 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Brissett to throw on first. Looking deep for Hilton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
It's caught at the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Fielded about a yard deep. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around. And we just saw them.
This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, here we go. 64. Hey, turn it up, turn it up. Check 30.
Play action now. Brissett sliding out of the pocket. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping.
Here's Brissett, and he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. But with Damian Williams, it's notable that the Chiefs didn't make a play to go after a big-time running back in the offseason. The coaching staff said back in May they didn't want running back by committee. They trusted Williams to be their starter. You remember last year he was forced into the starting role the final 3 games of the season due to attrition, and he really excelled, and then he was excellent. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. The extra point up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
From the 38, Brissett. He'll get that one complete to Connor. A big play there for Indy. 43 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Brissett. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Frank Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Charles, what a slacker. 5 sacks last week, took him all the way to the second quarter to get one here in this one.
And just think about all the planning that went into this game to try and keep him from getting to the quarterback. After 1 quarter, maybe they exhaled and thought, hey, we've got this. Oh, no, you don't. You got to come up with another plan, more looks, maybe even more bodies to keep him out of the backfield.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
I got one. That's it. Mike, check. Go. 59. Drop deep. Ball shot. 59's Mike. Check. 59. Rabbit.
To throw is Brissett. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that will get him 1 closer. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second.
Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Rush in.
A first down throw for Brissett. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
They'll try and run it with McCoy. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run. It flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal. Now, do you put it in your quarterback's hands again? That's the question here on 3rd and goal.
Back to you. No. Hey, 57. Watch out. Watch out. 66. Bullet high. 15. Orbit.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. The point after is good. And the rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Tight is Ringo.
They'll throw now on the final play. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Mack. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now a carry from Mack. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 2nd down, it's Connor. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Ready? Right. Go. In your face. 22, jet, cover. 22, jet, cover.
And he's got his man Hilton. The 40, the 30, 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Hilton. 69 yards. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First and 10 at the 30.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Pass.
Williams. Well, a pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Josh Jones in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go again. Right here, guys. Fight. Yellow. 51. Strip the ball. Straight right.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off near the 42. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Shift. Quick dad. Neil. Come. 36. Check.
They'll start on the ground with Mack. And some room to maneuver. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
2-18. Chopper. Check 3. Check 13. Check 13.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Yellow. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on first and second down, because that leaves them third and short, third and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. There goes a deep ball, end zone. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 45 yards. The Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
On first and 10, Brissett throwing the out route incomplete. It's Rodgers. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. On first and 10 is Counter. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Colts.
We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down. Staying on the ground with Mack. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
They'll try and run for it with Counter. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Now Brissett on 4th down. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Eric Ebron, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that will shave 1 more off this lead. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Mahomes now on first down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And going deep for Hill. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the rookie from Temple, Rock Ya-Sin. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Yeah, let's go set lunch.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Anthony Hitchens, 2nd in the AFC in tackles last year, there to bring him down.
Hey, watch it. Show it. Echo. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Hey, get in the weight room.
On 3rd down, Brissett. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. Following the penalty, it's Williams, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That's good for Kansas City Chiefs.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
I got you.
Here's Mahomes now on the option right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
And it's caught. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
The Colts take over first and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run here with Mack. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Kansas City, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.